Here. Let me press record here. And then we're good to go, I think.
I think so.
All right, cool.
All right. Let
What
me
is it,
record.
73?
We are on 73.
Damn, it's a lot. Okay. Come one, come all. Welcome back to Chiowa. We are in episode 73. It's hard to believe. As always, I am Michael Olson alongside my good buddy Michael Stanfa. How are you doing, buddy? I know I am having a fantastic day. How is your day going?
Ooh, tell me why you're having a fantastic day.
I will
want to
tell you,
hear it.
Michael, it is
Let's
a
do it.
fantastic day because for the first time in over a year, I was able to sign up for a race that's actually a race, an in-person race. Can't wait. Stoked about it.
Let's
March. It's a nice
fucking.
little 50K along the lakefront here in Chicago. And my God, does it feel good to be signed up for a race and actually have something to train for.
Okay, so what race is it? What distance? What were you looking for other races? What led you to this one, etc.? Go.
Yep. I will answer the question, but tell me if you're having a good day or not. So before we get off this tangent,
Okay.
tell me if you had a good day or not.
My day's pretty good.
Good. Perfect. Awesome. Love to hear it. So the race that I will be doing is the Lakefront 50K. So it's just obviously on the lakefront here in Chicago. It's on March 27th. It's a 50K. So they have a spring and fall event. Their spring one is just a 50K. And then their fall event, which I think is in October, which we should all do, which would be a great time. They have a 50
Down.
miler
Nothing going on.
and a 50K. So it's the Lakefront 50-50. That's in October. This race is just a Lakefront 50K. But yeah, doing it with Dan Carlson, who you know. It'll be his
Nice.
second ultra. He did Frozen Gnome
That sounds
last
right.
year, I
Like
think.
right.
So
I
his
think
first 50K.
that sounds right. Like right before.
Yeah, right before
kind of the
COVID.
shutdown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'll be my first real race, real ultra since the 100 miler, dude, which was all the way back in 2019.
Fuck.
So I was literally like, when was I was like, no, that can't have been in 2019. I'm like, shit, it was in 2019. We'd never raced in 2020. So yeah, I am stoked. Like it feels great to have something on the calendar again. It kind of all happened really quickly. I knew it was coming up in the spring. You know, we're obviously into February now. I was like, let me take a double check kind of when that race is. I looked, I'm like, oh shit, it's next month. Like we're still on tier 2 of like pricing, but obviously with COVID stuff, they're still like limiting the amount of uh people that can do it. So I tried signing up, and I guess they just had actually the race just changed hands from the original owner to I guess a new owner, so that caused some like confusion as to if there are still spots available. So when I tried to register, it was saying it was all filled out. And I'm like, I wonder if that's true. So he just emailed the race director today. He emailed me like right back saying, nope, we have actually 2 spots available. So I emailed a buddy or texted a buddy like, hey, do you want to do this? And he was like, yeah, sure, I'll do it with you. So yeah, March 27th, just here in the city. I think it's down. It starts maybe down in like Hyde Park or something like that.
That sounds right.
Which is
And it
it's
runs.
just like
You run up and back.
just an up and back. Like you just go back and forth in the same trail. I think like 5 times. Like just like a 5K out and back kind of thing.
Awesome.
So it might be a little monotonous, but I'm just excited to have something on the calendar. Like have some people, some cool ass people to meet from the community, and just like suffer a little bit, have some fun with some people.
Absolutely. And you said so that's March 27th, correct?
Yes.
So you could get perfect racing conditions. You could have a perfect day. It
Yeah.
could be like I don't know what you think is perfect, but I'm thinking low to mid 40s.
Yeah, that'd be
And
perfect.
a sunny sky.
Yeah, no, that would be huge.
That would be perfect.
Especially,
you could also get fucking destroyed with a snowstorm.
Yeah,
Like
I know.
It could go either way.
I was
really kind of shitty, but
yeah, I was thinking that today, out of my run, because we just obviously, I'm sure you guys got blasted with snow, but here in Chicago, I mean, we probably got a foot, like where I'm at, like of snow.
We got nothing.
Okay, so yeah, we got a foot of snow.
We got like a dusting 2 nights ago.
Yeah, from like was it Saturday night into Sunday? It rained for like literally 24 or snowed for 24 hours. So it's like snowy as fuck out. It's gonna be here for a while. We're supposed to get like it's supposed to be like 5 degrees on Sunday for like Super Bowl Sunday, and it's supposed to be like -30 wind chill. So I would take 40 degrees in March for a nice little jog with some friends. But yeah, it's cold as fuck right now. Not really stoked about it. Today was nice. Today was like 30 degrees, perfect for a nice little run. Just had to
Did you get
dodge
out
some.
there today?
Yeah, I did. Had to dodge some snow and some dog poop on the condensed trail. But besides that, happy camper, all good.
Well, good. I haven't ran since like last Wednesday, I don't think.
That's okay.
Maybe Thursday. I have, and it's not because I like am not interested in running anymore. I did 2 miles one day last week, and then I did like 4.5, and then nothing else. Didn't do anything over the weekend. There were like some other reasons for that too, but I just have not been finding the motivation to do it. And right now I'm like, okay with that. It's like, yeah, it
Yeah,
sucks. I know I should be getting out and running, but I don't want to, so I'm not. But now you and Carlson have a race. Nate and Alex have a race. I think me and Kyle need a race, not just us two, but we both need to find a
for
race
sure,
so we can kind of kick back into it.
dude. Yeah.
It's just I don't know. Yeah,
I
it
get it.
sucks.
Like I've been major struggling with motivation, and we've talked about on this podcast a number of times. Just for like me personally, I know you said the same
Mm-hmm.
thing. It's difficult to like, and it's good obviously to just run for the sake of running, and like that's what's obviously how we started running. We just didn't start into ultras or a half marathon or whatever. You have to build your way up to that, but it's I think that's good for it was good for the first number of months in quarantine to like just run for the sake of running and like
Mm-hmm.
let's get back to what I was doing, like how I got into the sport and like, what do I really love about it? How does it make me feel and everything? But at the end of the day, like we've talked about in this podcast, like I was about to say, like I need a big goal to train for. Like I need something on my calendar to get me like, excited about going out for, my midweek run when maybe I'm tired or, I just had a bad, work meeting or I'm busy and I make excuses for not doing it. But like having something to hold me accountable is so big for me. And,
Yep.
and like today was the first time in a while that after I signed up and I was like, I had this on my calendar, like excited, like let's go. First race in over a year. Like I was like so stoked to get out for my run today, which I haven't felt in like so long. Like obviously there's certain days where it's like, oh, it's nice out, like let's go outside. But it was
Mm-hmm.
the first time in like months where I was like, let's get after it today. It was
Yep.
like I have something on my calendar to like work towards, and like celebrate. And like it's less than it's less than 2 months away. It's like not that far away, so I'll
Yeah.
be doing that much training, and I know I can do the distance, obviously. But I'm just so excited to have something to work towards.
Yep. I envy you, and I need. I think maybe while we're on this call, start
Yeah,
scraping
start
start
looking.
scraping through Ultra Sign Up and find something in the area, something similar, something small.
Also, I'm pouring a
Cheers.
beer, so cheers.
Cheers. I have a whiskey, not a beer. But
Is
no,
that coming
I'm right
through?
there with you. I think for the whole for
Is that
all
sound
of
effect? Is that sound effect coming through?
no.
Damn it! It sounded good in
Wait,
in my
try again.
ears.
Try again.
Well, my beer's full, so now I have to drink this, and then I'll do it again.
Okay. Also,
Okay.
did you notice I put my ear to the microphone
I
to
did.
try to
Yeah,
listen?
yeah. I'm
I
still
was I
thrown
was
off with
hoping you
your
would say
haircut.
something.
I'm
What?
I'm still focused on your haircut. Not what
Oh
you're
yeah.
doing. Yeah, I'm just
Yeah,
so
I got a
fixated
haircut
on your
like an hour
haircut.
ago. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit. Okay.
No, but back to the running thing. All
Yeah.
of 2020, I felt pretty good about just running when I felt like running on
Yeah.
feel. I think you were kind of the same way. We both
Definitely.
put a dent in 2020. I don't know how many miles you had. I think I had 1,400 something. So not
I had
what I
short of
wanted, but not
1,300, like
bad.
not a ton, but yeah.
Yeah. But now it's like we've gone through this winter so far. I've been pretty good about running through December, and then beginning of January was fine. Went to Arizona, spent some time in Arizona, ran a little bit there, but now back here, it's like I just sometimes don't want to. So I'm excited for when I do sign up for a race and that spark gets lit again.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, now
Yeah.
I'm excited to run. I'm excited to go out there, not just because I feel like it, or not
I'm-
just because it feels good.
I mean, I'm not sure if you did one after Badger, but that's
Hmm,
August of 2019. That's
nothing.
so long ago.
That's
That's
August
18
is what, the
months.
8th month. Yeah, 18 months.
I mean, it's a
Insane.
year and a half, like since an
Yeah,
actual race, and like
yeah,
that's been a huge part of like what our lives, at least personally for me, like that's been a big part of my like social and like goal oriented mindset is around these races, and to like have that. Obviously, everyone's been going through shit the last year,
yep.
but yeah, just to have that back in my calendar and feel that sense of excitement that no one's been able to feel in such a long time, at least in like the racing community, it's like it's so exciting to like have that like on my calendar again. Like know that it's obviously going to be a little different with a smaller field, and you'll have to be social distance and all that, which is fine, which is good, important. But just to have that on my calendar again and like have something that's like, yeah, this is why I fucking love this sport and like love this community, and now I can like look forward to like immersing myself back in that culture and like and had that to look forward to. So I can't wait. It's been a great day. Like it just happened to come together perfectly. It has 100 slots in the race. I was literally the 100th person to register, so I was the last person to get in.
Dude,
Just
that's
kind of all
perfect.
happened like in the perfect
It was a
storm. Like
perfect
I
storm. Yeah.
RD got back to me in like 2 minutes, and like I signed up right on the spot. Like, okay, yeah, you got 2 spots left. Perfect. I'm gonna get a guy. I'm gonna hop in. We're gonna do it. We were 99 and 100. Like it just came together like it was supposed to, and I'm just so jacked up for the race. Like I can't wait.
I'm thrilled for you. So what weekend did you say that was?
I think I said what, March 27th. I think it's on a Saturday. So let me
Okay.
see. That's March 27th. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
That
So
sounds
still a
right.
ways away, but
Yeah.
um,
You got some time, but
Yeah, and I
It'll
mean, I
be
could go out
fun.
and do it and grind through it, but right now if I had to, but it'd be good to like do some longer runs because I like we've been saying, I haven't done a ton of long runs. I mean, I've done some like halves and stuff, but like I haven't done a
Yeah.
marathon in a while, so it'll be good to kind of stretch my legs and do that.
I haven't done a marathon. I don't think I've hit 20 miles since Badger.
Really?
Um, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe. I don't know.
yeah.
Probably not actually. To be honest, I did 15 on Halloween. Isn't that sad? It's like, oh, the last time I ran 15 miles was on Halloween last year. I
Nothing to
knocked out
train
like
for.
18 or 19 with Kyle and Ben sometime last year too.
Yeah, I was there
But
for that. I think
yeah,
I
you
joined you
were.
guys halfway. Like
Yep,
I
you
met you
joined
guys
us.
in
Yep,
Waterworks or something.
yep. You met us at Waterworks or somewhere. And then we went and got Manhattan Deli after that.
Oh fuck yeah! So I miss Manhattan Deli so much.
It's so good.
Also, its beer's pretty good.
What beer is it?
Cafecito. It's a nice
Oh,
coffee porter.
okay.
I'm not sure where it's made from. Somebody left here when people were over the other day. Oh, it's brewed in Chicago. Okay.
Oh, nice. Love the
Single
cafeteria.
origin and fair trade coffee from the Gomez family of Nueva Independencia somewhere in Mexico. Interesting. It's delicious.
Mexico. Oh,
Yeah.
but it's brewed in Chicago.
Brewed in Chicago. Yep.
Nice.
And they have a nice hashtag stay humble.
I love it.
Important to remember
Love being
people.
humble.
Yep.
Huge humble guy.
Huge humble
Very.
guy.
I'm very. We're very, very humble. Lots of humility over here
Yeah.
on this podcast.
Yes, exactly. So
Mm.
what are you sipping on?
Oh, I'm sipping on Woodford Reserve.
Ooh, I would have bet my like my life savings that was going to be like
Cedar Ridge.
cedar. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I have this Woodford that I've been drinking the last few nights. Well, that's not true. This is not just the last few nights.
I was going to say
But
it's a full like fifth.
yeah, it's a lot of
Hey,
whiskey.
no
We
judgment.
do have Cedar Ridge upstairs, but since
Okay.
I had the Woodford from, I think it might have been from the Booze Exchange.
Yeah.
I don't remember. So that's just what I've been sipping on. It's a little bit. I love Cedar Ridge. This is a little bit better to sip on.
Okay.
You know,
Here, I'm
for
gonna
5 o'clock
try.
on a fucking Tuesday.
True. Yeah, true. See if you get this sound effect. I'm gonna fill us up.
Okay.
No, not good sound effect. That was a bad one by me. No,
Yeah, I didn't hear anything
It wasn't. Yeah, it was a bad pour. It was a bad pour over here.
Yeah,
No,
that's
not
okay.
great.
That's okay.
Sound effects will just you can do that in post. You can add the sound effects and.
Oh, is that what it sounded like? Hey, nice
Yeah,
glass,
that
by
was
the way.
perfect. That was perfect.
Yeah.
What's that?
Nice glass, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Yep. For those who are watching on YouTube, it's my nice 2016 Chicago Cubs World Series champion
Yep.
pint glass.
Arguably
have it all the time.
the greatest team of our generation.
Greatest team of our generation. Don't you forget it. Even though
Nope,
we're going to
no
suck
one's
for
here
a
to
while.
contest that. So
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
Let's move up from me. And I know you
Okay.
haven't like you were saying you haven't got into any races yet, but you did have one life altering. I say that with air quotes. You got a huge fucking haircut today. You no longer look like you no longer have the flow.
I no longer have the flow. It's short. It's short on the sides. It's longer-ish on top.
Shorter than mine.
Yeah, I know. I showered when I got home. Is that a thing that you do? I always take a shower right when I get home from haircuts.
You have
because you got no matter how well they clean it up, you're gonna have hair on your neck and on your
Yeah.
And plus, he love my barber, Eric Hutchinson. He's great. Loyal Sons barber on Ingersoll, Des
I
Moines.
thought you went to like Bob or somebody.
Nope.
Oh, it's the same guy. The guy that has
Yeah.
the cooler beer in his thing.
Yeah. So
Oh.
he used to be at Franklin Barbershop.
Okay.
And then he started this other shop on Ingersoll. They don't have they don't have beer there now. At least as of COVID started.
Right,
But last time I was there, I think they had like a fridge. And previously they had a fridge and they had beer and they'd have like Fireball and stuff. But I never partook because I was just a shy guy. But I would now if I was there. Again, not today because of COVID, but
right
in other circumstances.
Man,
but yeah, got
Fireball.
my hair cut. Yeah, and I just last week I was like, meh, I could use a haircut.
Nice summer cut.
Yeah, nice summer cut in the middle of fucking January. But the last
February
time I cut. Oh fuck, it is February. Hey, that's better.
Yeah,
we're getting closer
to spring.
Exactly. But you got it cut. Feels good. Feels nice. A little bit different than how I normally get it cut, but
it looks good.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
This is a perfect chance to plug our YouTube and go see what Michael looks like on YouTube.
I know. Go see what I look like on YouTube.
Chiowa Pod on YouTube.
Yeah, though. I just wish that I didn't trim my beard back so much when I trimmed it before we left for Arizona. It's nice to have a longer beard than hair. Just change it up a little bit. But
yeah, it looks good.
But yeah, no, thanks. So anyway, back to what I wanted to get to.
Yeah.
it's nice having short hair because my hats fit again. I have pretty thick hair, and
Yeah.
when it's long, it gets very thick. And hats don't fit my head very well. It needs to be like a new era fitted type cap for it to sit on there comfortably. And now I can wear other hats that I have, which is nice,
Yeah.
even though I'm not wearing them now.
And I feel like
It's great.
I feel like you're either a hat guy or not. I
Mhm.
am a hat guy. Like I
Me
wear
too.
if I don't do my hair, I wear I have this REI hat I wear all the fucking time. It's great.
100%. It's
It
like my
says
Des
like
Moines flag
trails.
hair.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
great. Yeah, the Des Moines flag hat's great. Your Cubs hat's great.
Yep.
You're either a hat guy or you're not. And ever since I was a little kid, I had so many hats. Like even if you still go to my parents' house, my childhood bedroom, I have like hats everywhere in that thing.
Yep.
You're either a hat guy
So,
or you're not. Both of us
yep.
are hat guys.
I'm definitely a hat, or definitely a hat guys. I'm the kind of, I think you probably were too. When it was hat day at school, I'd wear three
Oh,
hats.
the best.
I'd wear three hats or change them out or wear them all at once. Oh,
Yeah. Oh,
so
the
good.
best.
Always used to wear a hat to school, throw it in my locker right when the bell rang, throw it back on,
Yeah.
like right
Why is
when we
that a
were done.
thing? You couldn't wear hats in school. Who made
I don't
that
know.
rule?
I don't know. It's a stupid rule though.
Dumb rule.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I know it's nuts. But about
Anti hat people.
having hats. So we talked about it a couple times ago. Maybe it was just last time. We had Jake Cartmel on, obviously, who he made the documentary about the minimalists and minimalism and living a more active and present like life. So one of the things that Hillary and I did was go through shit in our house and start getting rid of it. And the challenge was, just as a recap, day one, you get rid of one thing all the way through 31 days in January. On day 31, you get rid of 31 things.
That's
Ends up
awesome.
being like 480 some items. I didn't finish it because we went to Arizona and I didn't plan before. And then after the fact, it was just,
Too much.
whatever. Didn't do
Yeah.
it too much. But we were doing this challenge and keeping ourselves accountable with Cole and Aaron. And there were probably 2 or 3 days in a row where all I did was get rid of old hats. And Aaron just
Yeah.
responded saying, "You have a lot of hats." And I was like, "Yeah, there's going to be more coming."
Yeah.
I think I have 2 bins of hats, of mostly hats and other shit,
Yeah.
sitting under our stairs. And then I have some other hats back there. You can't see them.
Yeah.
So I'm not getting rid of it. I don't know. It's over there somewhere.
Got it. Behind you.
And then that's the Robbie Gold hat.
Oh, fuck yeah. Is it signed, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
signed.
right.
I almost got rid of it, and then I noticed it was signed, and then realized that it was Robbie Gold. Whoops. So yeah, the other thing I wanted to bring up was Loyal Sons, the barbershop, does a good job about keeping people like distance as much as they can in the barbershop.
Yep.
They encourage you not to come in and won't really let you come in until your appointment actually starts, and then you have to wear a mask the whole time.
Right.
So really appreciate that. But in the chair next to me, I didn't realize this until like halfway through his appointment. I was there for an hour. He was there for a half an hour because I had a transformational haircut. In the chair next to me was a guy that lived across the hall from me freshman year of college.
Oh,
Yeah.
wild.
His name is John.
At Drake.
Yeah, at Drake. It's
John.
crazy. I mean, I knew he was in the area. Didn't know he went
Right.
to Loyal Sons, but I wasn't sure it was him right away. And then after we kind of spun in, we never like, whatever, locked eyes, but I was like, oh, that's for sure John. But I didn't feel pressured to say hello to him. Absolutely would have had I not been in the situation where I was talking to Hutch and he was talking to his barber. Like I obviously would have said hi to him.
Yeah.
But I think because I was wearing masks and he was wearing a mask, it wasn't quite as obvious. Like it took a little bit more like, is that really him? Like haven't seen him in, 6 years.
Right. It's a long time.
Yeah. But my point being, it's very easy to stay relatively anonymous in public and not interact with people that you might not want to interact with. Again, nothing against John. Great guy. Would have talked to him, would have had a good conversation with him. But yeah, that was nice. And that's the first time that I've really run into someone where I recognize them, but didn't feel the need to interact right away.
Yeah. It's 6 years is a long time. Going back to that, not that we need to stay in this very much longer. I know we had 2 podcasts on it, but the minimalist guys, I saw they were on Rich Roll's podcast, which is obviously a huge podcast. So that was pretty cool. I know that they're.
Did you listen to it at all?
I did not, but it's on my to do because I love Rich Roll and the minimalist guys are obviously kind of right up our alley, having the Jake connection. So it's on my to do list. Maybe I'll take them on a run and queue them up. They usually do a longer podcast on that show. So I'll definitely want to listen to them because I'm sure it'll be super in depth, like very interesting conversation. Rich Roll always is a fantastic interviewer. So stoked to listen to that.
Yeah, Nate actually brought them up, or he messaged me and Kyle at work today, and he's like, "Hey, these guys were on Rich Roll. That's a big deal."
Oh, really?
So yeah. So Nate listened to it, He didn't provide really any commentary. I'm sure it was good. Like you said, Rich Roll does a good job
Mhm.
interviewing people. But speaking of Nate,
Yeah.
you want to break the news?
No,
It's
dude,
not
you go.
break.
You go for it. You go for it.
Nate wrote a fucking book.
Nate,
Nate's in.
who's just on our podcast, like what, a
Yeah.
couple of weeks ago.
Yep.
He's kept it silent from everybody. Pun pun.
Pun
But
pun.
yeah, the man wrote a fucking book, which is
He wrote a-
huge.
yeah, it's insane. You can, if you go to bleedorn.com, BLEADORN, you can silent marathon book, and you can request a copy of the first chapter. You'll get the first chapter emailed to you. As far as I understand, it's not. I mean, I think he's done writing it, but it's still in finalization type stage. But when that is complete and it's available, I know we'll have him on to talk about the silent marathon, give us a little sneak peek into what he's trying to do without giving away the whole book, so you still buy his book and read it. And two, the process of fucking writing a book.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine. Obviously, every book has to have been written by somebody. I could never imagine having the foresight and the time and the patience to sit down and write a whole fucking book.
Yeah. No, it's wild to have like that idea conceptualized and actually put it to paper and have it flow and read well is a talent that is impressive far beyond Nate's years. I mean, he's just in his 30s. Like he wrote a book that didn't tell anybody. Like that's crazy impressive. Like I realize that a lot of people have written a lot of books and of all, shapes, sizes, ages, whatever. But every single one of them, people who's written a book impresses the hell out of me. So, yeah, congrats to Nate. Can't wait to read it, buddy. Definitely want to have you on to talk about it. He texted me today. He's like, we need to have a bleedorn.com book celebration and a JJRC reunion like in Chicago sometime. I'm like, fuck yeah, sign me up, baby. Let's do it. Silent
100%.
marathon. Let's read it. Let's do a book club and let's celebrate here in the city. Maybe we can plan it for like October and we can all do the lakefront 50-50.
Oh, that sounds absolutely fantastic.
Yep. Then we can
I'm
finish
100% down.
after we're done. On the Sunday we can do a nice like boozy brunch and do the annual celebration like we've done the last couple of years.
Yeah, there's worse things than having a nice little boozy brunch after a nice long run. There are much worse things in this world.
Exactly. But yeah, that's obviously a ways off, but super excited for Nate. Like you said, you can go get the first chapter of the Silent Marathon on his website, and we can't wait to read it. So, speaking of, I know we were talking about earlier how it's cold as fuck out. I know we have the Super Bowl coming up and all that, but I gotta be honest about something here, and I haven't talked to you about this yet, but I had a really really kind of just like I'm getting old moment. Like a couple of them the last week. I'm 29, got the big 30 looming next year. Kind of fucking panicking already. I mean, I got like 10, 11 months, literally 11 months from today. We're recording this on the 2nd of February. 11 months from today, I'll be turning the big 30, which I realize people who are older be like, oh, it's not old at all. Well, it fucking feels old to me, okay?
It does.
It feels fucking old to me. And I had a realization.
Digit. It's insane.
Yeah.
It's only your 4th lead digit.
And I had a realization just being like, fuck, I am getting old. So this past weekend, and granted, this activity was long as fuck, but we went bowling with some friends because it's like bowling's open now and stuff. You can like, oh, Chicago has like indoor like events to do. Like you can go bowling. Like that's awesome. So we went bowling. Granted, we were going to go for 3 hours, which already sounds insanely long.
That's probably 3 hours is probably 4 games.
Yeah.
If you have like 4 people in your lane.
Yeah.
4 to 5 games.
We ended up saying for 6.
Oh my God.
So we were there from like
hours
noon,
of bowling.
Noon,
what the fuck?
Noon to 6 p.m. Granted, we were all drinking, so we kind of got lost track of time, which probably goes without being said. But like every single one of us was like, we're sore, like everywhere the next day. I was like, my forearm hurts, my back hurts, my legs hurt, like my ass hurt. Somehow my ass hurt. I was like, what the fuck? So that was like not a great moment for me where I was like, literally, I felt like I went through like 5 rounds with Tyson because I went bowling with some friends on a Saturday.
So you were drinking most of the time.
Yeah, it's like a nice Coors Light, just taste of the Rockies.
Starting at noon, ending at 6.
Yeah.
How many games did you bowl? Did you bowl? You bowl like 8 games?
Yeah, we had 8 games. We had like friends there, so we were kind of like doing like the 4v4 thing. Like you had like little friendly wager going on. So we had 2 lanes, like 8 people, and we just bowled for like literally fucking 6 hours. So it was 8 games, I think.
I like bowling. I don't like bowling that much.
I don't either. But I had a fucking blast. It was, and then I woke up and I was like, fuck, I'm old. Like I'm sore from bowling. Granted, I
Yeah.
mean, I don't care if it took 6 hours. It's still bowling.
Yeah, it is. But it's exhausting. And you're probably holding a, I don't know, 14, 15, 16 pound ball, 12
I
pound
was mainly
ball,
13, Michael. Apparently, you
13
just called
ball.
me weak. Like you
Well,
just called me weak.
I wasn't sure if like 12 was kind of the lower threshold or if like 15. It's been a long time since I've
Yeah, I
bowled.
know. Yeah.
But I would probably go right in there with the 12, 13, 14 pound ball. I don't think you can dip below 11.
No, definitely not. Definitely
Like
not.
that's a little too
No,
small.
I was a 13 pound guy.
Okay.
Sometimes I threw the 12 for that spare that I always missed. But
Oh, where
um,
you just need to rocket it down the
yeah,
aisle or whatever it's called, down the
yeah,
lane.
exactly. But no, it was fun. And then I had
Yeah.
another one today. So that was my number. That was like one. I'm like, oh man, like 30s looming. And then today, like I had like we always had a big snowstorm as I mentioned earlier here in the city, and this weekend. And I have a pretty good parking spot, like where I'm at. Like I'm like off, like I'm on the street, but I'm actually in like an actual like slotted parking area right now.
So, but it's not covered.
But it's not covered, right? And the plow came in and like basically plowed me in. So I had to like go clear off the 12 inches of snow and then shovel out like my car.
Do
So
you
like I
own
could
a
like
shovel?
I no, I used Brian's. So he had a
Okay.
shovel and it was literally right in front of his apartment. So um I used to own a shovel and I think I gave it to like Nikki and Andy like when I moved. Maybe
Yeah.
no, I gave it to Nick. I think I gave it to Nick when I moved.
Okay. I don't
Um
remember.
from like West Des Moines to Des Moines.
Yeah.
Um good shovel. But anyways,
Sure it was. You
I
gave
had a
Nikki and Andy
shovel.
your grill, and they still haven't had a barbecue.
Yeah, what the hell? It's a good
I
grill
know.
too.
Yeah, I know.
Um, anyway, so I was like shoveling out my fucking car, and then I'm like, oh god, my back hurts. Like, oh man, from shoveling, and it was a lot of fucking snow. So it's like, there's like 3 feet of snow. After all, the plow comes
After the
by and like
plow goes by,
shoves it up against your car. So it took me a nice hour, 45 minutes to an hour to like dig everything out. And I was like, I had to take breaks. I'm like, oh fuck, my back's starting to hurt. I'm like, God
it
bless it.
sucks.
Yeah.
So
I was like, I
it's
probably moved like 400, 500 pounds of snow. I
probably
have no
more
idea
than
how
that.
much it weighed,
It
but
was it nice and damp? Was it nice and wet? Did it
yeah,
make it
the
nice and
further you
heavy?
got down, the more
Oh,
damp it got. And it was like,
the
oh God, I'm
worst.
too old for this shit.
Yep. That's why whenever it snows, if I know that we're gonna get, I don't know, 6+ inches of snow, as long as it's not like blizzard where it's like not safe to be outside, I'll try to go out mid-storm and do like the first layer of shoveling.
That's smart.
Just and it might take, it's not doesn't take that long. It takes 45 minutes or so to do our driveway, the sidewalk in front of our house, and the sidewalk up to our front door.
Yeah.
But
Wasn't thinking
doing
about it.
that, yeah, doing that makes it that much easier to do it the second time around because you don't have as much snow like packed in or that much snow,
Yeah.
as much snow going. And if it's heavy snow, if it's wet, it's the worst. And I'm right there with you. If I'm shoveling and I do and if I'm shoveling and it's heavy and
It's the
wet,
fucking worst.
I don't do a good, yeah, if I don't have good shovel form, whatever, my back
Good
fucking kills.
shovel for
It kills. It hurts. It
it does. It
sucks.
fucking hurts.
I know.
And I
I'm
knew I
not.
had to
I'm
do
not
it.
in lifting shape. I'm not strong
No.
anymore. I can't do
All I do is
that
run.
shit.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. And it was like I knew I had to fucking do it like either
Mhm.
today or tomorrow. Because on like I guess Thursday's supposed to be nice. We're supposed to get like rain and shit on Friday or
Yeah.
Thursday.
But
And then
it's
it's
such a
supposed
nice
to get
feeling
like
to
negative 30 this weekend. So I'm like, if I don't fucking move this fucking wall of snow is gonna turn into the fucking like the wall in like from Game of Thrones. It's gonna be the fucking ice wall. And I'm not gonna be
Mhm.
able to get my car out ever until like May. So I'm like, I
Mhm.
have to shovel this shit. Or I'm gonna have the fucking Game of Thrones, like what's that fucking wall called? The wall?
But uh,
The
I think
wall's
it's
got
just
a
called the
fucking name
wall. It's
though.
like the
That big
north, not
ice,
the
that
north
big
wall.
fucking ice wall in
Yeah,
Game of
exactly.
Thrones.
What's it called though? Game of
Uh,
Thrones. Fuck. That fell out. It fell out of our minds so
I know it
quickly.
did. It's a shame. It's a
Um,
damn shame.
I think
Anyways,
it's just
yeah.
called
So
the
that
wall.
was not my second like I'm old as fuck moment today. Also, apologies to my mother. She's probably listening. Like Michael's cursing a lot, but yeah, I'm getting old. So
Yeah. Well,
they
you're
love
almost
me.
30, so
Yeah,
the wall. No, not wallpaper. God, this computer
definitely
sucks.
not wallpaper. That's not the name of the wall.
Game of Thrones
But anyways,
wall.
yeah, getting old. I know you're still a young buck. You're only 28. Wait till you're my age, Sonny, and then you'll understand what I'm talking
Yeah, in a
about.
month, and then I'll. So you're saying once you hit 29, it just clicks?
No, it's one of those things where as long as I'll obviously forever be older than you, and I'll just continue to say it until you're my age, and you can never like I'll always have that until you can be turn 29, and I'll say no, wait till you're 29 in 2 months. You'll just never
Then I'll
you'll never catch me,
understand.
Sonny. You'll never catch me, Sonny.
Correct. I won't. That's how age works. It's
Yeah,
very much
but
consistent
along with that, I was like, fuck, I'm getting old. And then I'm kind of like thinking back, man, looking back at my life. But it's actually more
29 years.
more than reflection. It was more like just TikTok is like consuming my life because I'm stuck inside. So it was like a TikTok came up, a couple of them, and I got down a rabbit hole of like 90s nostalgia. You ever do that? You ever get down in that nostalgia
Are
run?
you asking if I go down? Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, that shit's the best. You want a good tier like on a regular Tuesday night at 8 o'clock, sitting at home, on the couch. Go down like a social media nostalgia fucking run of the 90s. My goodness, I never thought I could miss like Kids Bop and like
Slime
Slinkies as
Time
much as I
Live.
do. Slime Time Live or like
Yep.
exactly, or all that. Holy shit,
Oh,
all that Keenan and Kel.
Keenan and
My God,
Kel,
just
the
Nickelodeon. Hey
Amanda
Arnold.
Show.
Hey Arnold. Yeah, I
So
never knew
good.
how bad I wanted that Hey Arnold's fucking bedroom until you're 30 and you're like, man, I wish I
That
could
is
fucking go
still.
back and watch Hey Arnold.
Oh man, that bedroom would be so
Oh,
fantastic.
that bedroom was incredible.
Everything about it. He had the bed like built into the wall. He had this skylight that would. I think he had stairs that. No, he had
Dude.
stairs in the main hallway that came down
Yep.
to lead to his bedroom.
Yep.
Fucking electric.
Dude,
And
absolutely
it was
electric.
so huge, so much room for games and activities.
Oh my God. He had like a potato clock. I mean, Hey Arnold.
Man,
Minus
so nice. And I think he could get onto his roof from his bedroom, right?
definitely
He
could.
definitely had that skylight.
Yeah.
Badass skylight.
Yeah. So it got me thinking like, man, what were like my favorite like school foods or like things? Like what was your go-to hot lunch in like elementary school or middle school? Do you remember?
Ooh. So this is kind of gross. I used to love the pizza that we got at Western.
Fuck.
That
The
square
sheet tray pizza?
So gross, but it was so good. But I still think that if I could go back and have one elementary school hot lunch that was as good as I thought it was then,
Yeah.
and
Can I
have it
guess what you're
now,
gonna say?
sure.
Chicken patty?
No, I wasn't. I'm not. I was never a chicken patty
Me
guy.
either, but for some reason I thought you were a chicken patty guy.
No, I love chicken sandwiches now, but never then.
Mhm.
Foot long hot dog
Mm.
doesn't get much better than a foot long hot
Yeah.
dog.
My
Kids
brother
that
used
would
to
bring the rulers
Yeah.
from fucking from their desk.
Yep.
Was actually foot long.
When we used to go to Bud's, remember Bud's on Randall?
Yeah,
And
oh, do I? They had
my
the
brother used to
most
get the
delicious
and
fries.
I know you did, but it was a humongous sports bar, like in an old grocery store, so it was fucking humongous.
Cutting out.
Yep, you were cutting out too. So I was just saying, sorry,
Okay,
you
so
got me back. All right, cool. I was just saying, my
You're-
brother used to get
Yep, we're good.
the foot long hot dog at Bud's. It was called the Worm. He used to get the fucking foot long, and he loved the fucking foot long hot
So
dogs.
good.
Love a good
Can we-
dog.
Can we talk about Buzz for a second?
Oh,
How
the best.
absolutely electric that place was.
It was a fucking
Just
grocery store. It was humongous.
Yeah, an oversized. As adults now, that would be such a great place to go.
Holy fuck, it was incredible.
Oversized sports bar with home plate menus. Literally home. They were like 3 pounds.
They were so
huge.
heavy. Like
They were so heavy. They were huge. They were actual home plates.
like one of the qualifications to be a waiter or waitress is like, can you bench 400 pounds? Because like
Exactly.
the menus were like no less than like 150 pounds. They were so heavy.
They were so heavy. It was nuts.
Yeah.
Huge sports bar. The upstairs was almost never open. And then
never.
they had an arcade.
The arcade was so fucking awesome.
Yep.
Papa Shot in the back. Another thing that's
you love Papa Shot.
Oh my God. If Papa Shot ever like became, I missed my calling as a kid, and obviously never reached its, its pinnacle as the NBA. But a professional Papa Shot would have become a thing. I think I could have had, I would have maybe been G League, but I could have been a pro. I was so fucking good. You give me 15 minutes on a Papa Shot, high score every time.
Every time.
High score every time.
Regardless.
I used to go to Dave and Buster's.
Yeah.
Beat the high score by 1 intentionally. Let the time run out. Get the jackpot. Continue to beat my score by 1. Just continue to get
keep
the
hitting
jackpot,
the jackpot.
every time.
That's how you game the system. And that's how you win.
I think I talked about this in the past.
I
One of
think
my
you
proudest moments in life is when I was at Dave and Buster's playing Papa Shot, and a family was there, and dad stopped by like holding his kid, watched me play like 4 games. His wife comes by and is like, honey, you got to watch this kid play Papa Shot. He had the whole family behind me watch me play Papa Shot. It was high score. One of the proudest moments of my entire life. I was putting on a show for the people. Didn't even charge anybody any tickets or any tokens to watch the show.
No, they should have been paying you.
That's what I'm saying.
To come and play, and then they could have said, "Oh, Olstog is going to be here. Come to Dave and Buster's," and they comp your food and your beer and all your games, but you keep all your prizes.
Yeah, it could have been like
you're driving business to them.
Could have been a washed up pitcher from like the early 2000s.
What do you mean washed up?
And like it could go to like a used car dealership. They pay him $200, and then he would they would tell you sign a few autographs and get out of here. I could have been the Dave and Buster's Papa Shot kid. Miss
Good have.
Colin.
Yep.
Miss Colin.
Yep.
But anyways, I was gonna say Dave and Buster's. Remember those old, which I feel like is maybe it's still a thing, but I feel like it's definitely like nostalgia for me. And Bud's is one of the places that had them. But like, remember that those like sticker machines you put like 50 cents in, you'd slide it in, and then you'd come out, and it'd be like in a little like it would be a folded piece of paper. You'd open it up and see if it's like what sticker you got or what baseball card you got. And it's
Hmm.
like those machines. I feel like that is like a very like 90s 2000s thing. So I
It
don't feel
is.
like I see those anymore.
No, I don't think so either. Similar to like how they had little toy prizes and those little plastic
Yes.
little
Yes.
acorn looking things.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep, yep. A bubblegum machine
But
at the
that's not
beginning of
COVID
like at a
friendly.
restaurant. No,
Yeah.
not COVID friendly at all. A lot of things are not COVID friendly. A lot of things are not health friendly or sanitary.
This is
Just
gonna
in
be
life
down
in
a
general.
rabbit hole now. Holy
Mhm.
shit! Gumball machines. Do you remember the Blockbuster by our house growing up?
Of course, do
If
I
you got
remember
you,
the
you put
Blockbuster?
of course, but I'm saying, you remember the
Yep.
gumball machine? You put your quarter in, and you got a white one. You got a free movie rental.
Hmm.
Yep. Oh my god!
Electric.
When that white one came out, you're like,
Oh,
let's go! I'm
and
renting.
was that
I'm
was that the
renting like
kind that
Happy
like would
Gilmore again.
was that the kind that would like you could like see the ball coming down
Yep.
before it would actually hit the
Yep.
thing?
Yep.
Oh, so you knew what you knew when you got a good one?
So
Oh,
electric. You're
electric.
like,
I think right
I'm gonna
now
let
as an adult,
War of the Worlds again.
yep. As an adult, I would probably go there now and instead of renting a movie for $8, I would take 32 quarters and just try to get
100%.
two white gumballs.
Yeah.
It'd be worth it.
Yeah. Worst case
If
scenario, you have a bunch of gumballs.
exactly. What's worse than that? Lots of things are worse than
Yeah.
having
That
32
sounds great.
gumballs.
Yeah.
I
That
know.
sounds great.
Sounds perfect. Sounds great.
I mean,
Um,
also, let's not forget the fact that a quarter for a gumball, not a bad deal.
no, it's a steal.
Honestly, worst
It's
case
a
scenario,
steal.
you end up with a
It's
gumball for a quarter. I mean, that sounds great to
exactly.
me.
It's super gimmicky. I'm sure like a whole fucking did you ever have so okay. Did you ever like we sold magazines as kids? We're really going down the wrong hole.
No, it's good.
For
I love it.
baseball. For baseball, when
Yeah,
we were growing
wrapping
up, we
paper
would
and
sell
shit.
wrapping
Yeah,
paper and magazines, similar to how like
what a
Girl
scam.
Scouts. Yeah, such a scam.
The
But
magazines,
I
what
would
a
go to
scam.
all
Who
my
the fuck wants a magazine?
I don't know, I would go to my neighbors and be like, "Oh, would you like to renew your magazines?" And they'd be like, "Fuck,
They're like,
what are you
oh,
doing?" And my
goddamn,
dad would
Michael's
be
here.
like, "Haha,
Turn the lights off,
suckers."
lock the doors.
Yep. But we did that, and I remember one year actually, my dad took it to work,
Oh,
so
yeah,
he
that
got a
was
bunch
always
of
the
his people to
clutch.
do it. I think I got like the second or third most sales in all of Little League baseball. So I got to throw out a pitch on opening day. That
Ooh,
was that
King
was
County
electric.
Cougars or where?
No, at opening day of Geneva baseball.
Oh, okay, okay.
So I think it was in like fifth or sixth grade, and I was in my head, I was like a pitcher. I like to pitch, like
Yeah.
whatever. That was one thing that I liked, and I thought I was good at it. So I like remember practicing for it and wanting to like deliver the perfect pitch. And I do remember throwing a strike on
Oh, I was
opening
gonna say, did
day.
you spike it or
Think,
did you throw a strike? Nice.
no, I threw a strike. At least it wasn't like a perfect strike, but I threw
Yeah,
it across the plate.
it carried in the air.
Exactly. And I remember thinking like, oh, I'm super nervous, but now all these scouts have seen me. Scouts, fucking scouts. I'm in like fifth or sixth grade, thinking that like
How'd
Little
that pay
League
off?
travel scouts are out there watching a fucking fat kid throw an opening pitch at Geneva baseball. But that was electric. I remember that. That was fun.
Oh,
But
so
all props
fun.
to my dad because he's the one who did all the work on that one.
Yeah, and my dad did the same thing. Which I mean, props to those people for actually buying like wrapping paper and magazines.
Mm-hmm.
I guess magazines back in the day were awesome. You
And they were
remember like getting
fine. People get them.
Sports Illustrated for kids was awesome.
Yeah, that was electric. I used to love Sports Illustrated
The
for kids.
perforated tear out cards. Oh,
Yep.
you could like collect. So
and you always hoped that if you got you get a good card on a corner, so
Yeah.
it wasn't fully perforated. You would
Uh-huh.
just have like two of the things would be perforated,
Yep.
if any of them.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, let's talk about. I mean, sometimes when you're in the office at work and it's like Girl Scout cookie time of the year. Like nowadays,
Dangerous.
people bring like their kid stuff in. Like obviously, I don't know like anyone with really kids who would be old enough to be doing like Girl Scout stuff. So it's like, hey, that's your chance to load up on Girl Scout cookies. And little Sally, down the street that was smart enough to give to dad to bring to work. Like she's gonna be making bank. She's probably gonna be throwing out first pitches at fucking softball tournaments.
Yeah. Hey, I would. I'm right there with you. I would pay premium right now to have access to Girl Scout cookies.
Oh,
$4 a buck, $4
Not
bucks
bad.
a box. I'll pay
Yeah.
$5.50.
yeah,
No
not
problem.
bad.
Let
Not
them
bad.
pocket it. Let them pocket the difference.
But yeah, Girl Scouts. I mean, they kick the shit out of Boy Scouts in terms of what they get to sell.
Well, Boy Scouts sold like popcorn.
Like yeah, popcorn.
Like not as
I
good.
mean, I like popcorn, but I like
Popcorn's
popcorn more
great.
than most. Like I love popcorn, but I mean, come on. I mean that
It's
popcorn's
Girl
so
Scout
far,
cookies.
and Girl Scout cookies are fucking heat. They're fire.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite Girl Scout cookie? And what's your favorite? What's your least favorite?
Least favorite? I don't really have a least favorite. 'Cause I don't. If I don't like them, I just don't buy them. But like my
So what do
favorite
you
is
avoid? Which ones don't you buy?
the lemon ones.
Oh, I love the lemon ones.
Really, like
Which
the
lemon ones that
sandies. I don't buy the sandies.
okay.
Like my
I
go,
like the
I
sandies
don't
too.
dislike them. Like I would eat them if they're in front of me. Like
Yep.
they're cookies. They're fucking delicious. But
Okay.
my
So which
go-to is
ones do you seek out? Yeah.
go-to is number one. Like it's like not close. Like number one is Samoa's, or I think they call them like caramel delights, depending on where you are in the country. That's like my goat, like by far. Then I also like the peanut butter patties, whatever those things are called. And
Yep.
then like Thin Mints are
The
obviously
tag
up there,
those
but like they're,
tagalongs.
huh?
Tagalongs, I think, are
They're
the
called
peanut
okay,
butter
but yeah,
ones.
it's like
Yeah.
those are two I would probably get first, and then I don't buy Thin Mints. I would never buy them really, but like, if someone's like, here's a pack of Thin Mints, I'll house them all in one sitting. But
Okay.
Samoa's and like the peanut butter ones are my go-to.
Yeah. The peanut butter ones are tagalongs, and they're also known as peanut butter patties.
Okay,
Samoas are also known as caramel delights.
yeah,
Trefoils are the shortbread ones.
okay.
And I forget what the split is. I honestly think it might be east and west of the Mississippi
I think it
River.
is because I think we grew up with like them being Samoas, and then when in
Yeah.
Iowa they were caramel delights.
They're caramel delights and peanut butter patties
Yeah,
and shortbread cookies here. And I don't know if that's accurate, but I feel like they have it could that would make sense because I think they are made by different companies. They're
oh, they
sold under
definitely
all
are.
the same Girl Scout brand, but they're made by different companies, so they have different names.
With zero research done and just going off of like personal experience, again, zero research done,
Yep.
I'm gonna say that the dividing line is the Mississippi River because growing up, I'm like, oh, they're always Samoas. And I'm like, wait, did they change the name? And they're like, no, that's what they've always been called. I'm like, that's not true.
It's like, no, it's
So it
not.
must be, across the Mississippi. When in
Yeah,
Iowa, they must go by Caramel Delights, and then east of it, they must go by Samoas.
it's crazy. I also so I googled tagalongs just to see if that name came up.
Yeah,
And one of the first links is a healthier homemade tagalong Girl Scout cookie. Stop right there. If you're eating Girl Scout cookies,
yeah,
why are you trying to make a healthier version of it?
yeah,
Like if you're
exactly.
trying, I totally am on board. If you are trying to eat better, eat more clean, eat more
Of
cleanly
course.
and eat better and stuff. But you can't just, in my opinion, and I think in your opinion, you can't just replace a Girl Scout cookie with something else.
I mean, that's like saying
That's
like
just not going to happen.
here's a low calorie fried chicken sandwich. It's like you're not eating a fried chicken sandwich because you want to go low cal. You're eating a fried
Exactly.
fucking chicken sandwich. Like you're committing. If
You're
you're gonna
eating a
eat
fucking
Girl Scout
fried chicken
cookies,
salad.
you're eating fucking Girl Scout cookies. Like
Exactly.
they're cookies. They're not gonna be good for you.
100%. 100%. I'm right there with you. And I think my go-to would probably be the tagalongs or the peanut butter patties. And I love
Delish.
a good shortbread cookie just in general, no
I
matter
remember you
what.
saying that. We were recently
Yeah.
talking about like where was that when we were talking about like go to? Oh, because you said you ate like an entire thing of Oreos and you were joking in the group
Mhm.
chat with
Oh
like, your high
yeah,
school friends, and then
that was
you're
disappointing.
saying like your number one cookie would be a shortbread cookie.
I love shortbread cookies. I love I know they're not like as flavorful as other things, but I enjoy them. And I like the crunch. I like that they're pretty consistently to be a shortbread cookie. It's pretty much got to be crunchy. It doesn't have to be like, you have to break it apart with your hands. But it's always going to have some um that crunch to it. At least in my opinion, the good ones have that crunch to it.
Right
And the Girl Scout cookies have that.
right now, like there's a 91-year old grandma sitting in like Nottingham, England, smiling for some reason. She doesn't know why, but it's just because Michael said his favorite cookie in the world is a 28-year-old man is a shortbread cookie. So
Yep.
there's a nice English woman, an old English woman smiling right now because you just said that.
Good.
Know that you're making her day.
Good. I'm glad. Maybe she'll stumble upon this podcast and then she can come on and tell us about her life in Nottingham, England.
She doesn't even have to even hear it. She's just smiling for some unknown reason. She's got a little twinkle in her eye because you just said that.
Okay, good. I'm very happy with that. Um, okay, so back to your original question. Thinking about some of the nostalgia type stuff. What are some of your other what are some other things that bring you back?
Oh, I mean, we talked about Blockbuster. That's right up there. I mean, there's nothing better. And then maybe for me, it was just like what our typical like Friday was or something like that. Like an exciting weekend was like, you know what? You order up a nice thin crust pizza from like Nancy's or something,
I was gonna
or
say
Aurelio's or
go to
somewhere.
Taylor Street, go to
Yeah,
Aurelio's.
yep, exactly. And Friday night, you get a nice thin crust, tavern style pizza, square cut, and then you go to Blockbuster. You look at the new releases. You hope that the one that you want to see is there, and they have it in stock or whatever. You get your movie. You go home. You have your pizza. Maybe make a little popcorn, and there's nothing better than like going to Blockbuster, specifically when you think that they're out of the movie, and you ask them, can you check the return bin to see if anyone returned it? And somebody
Yep.
did, and you're like, fuck yeah, let's
You're like,
go.
let's
Like
fucking
you
go.
were
You
just the lowest of the low,
start
being like,
burning
man,
stuff
I've
down.
been waiting all week to see Good Burger. And it just
Yep.
came out. Like, and they don't have any copies of Good Burger. Let's check the return bin. And then when like the worker comes back with one in his hand, he's like, yep, just got returned. And you can go watch a Good Burger and eat some good pizza on a Friday night. My God, there's nothing better than that.
Yep. And I remember too, you'd have 2-day rentals and like 5-day rentals.
2 day would
Like
always kind of stress me out. Like, I'm
it
going to forget
was
to return this.
very stressful. I remember on multiple occasions, on like a Monday morning or a Sunday morning before church, driving, or a Monday morning
Mm-hmm.
before work, driving to Blockbuster. It wasn't on the way, but it was right in our neighborhood.
Yeah.
And getting out of the car and shoving 2 or 3 DVDs back in the return bin
Oh,
and being like, "Oh, we're good to go." As long as it's
best.
there before they open up at 8 or 9 or 10 or
Yeah.
whatever, then doesn't matter.
Oh,
Um, I also loved going there, and if we were allowed to get a, sometimes we would like be able to get a treat, like a fucking box of candy,
oh yeah.
get a box of candy, and on the rare occasion you got that pre-packed box of popcorn, like the bucket
The
of
tub.
popcorn,
The
the
tub.
tub of
Dude,
popcorn.
that was
Oh,
like the golden ticket. If
that
you
was
got a
so great.
if you got the tub of popcorn, you know it's about to be fucking lit
Yep.
at
And that
home.
was definitely a special occasion type thing because we had
Oh,
popcorn at
very.
home and everything.
Right.
And then
That was
I
always the
also
answer.
used to
We have popcorn at home, Michael. We have popcorn at home.
Yep. Yep. It's like, I don't care. It doesn't taste the same. It's
Doesn't
not as
taste the
good.
same, Mom.
Doesn't taste the same. And then whenever you'd be allowed to run a video game too,
Oh, that was the
get
best.
home, run a
Yes.
video game for 2 days, 3 days. You just play the shit out of that thing.
Yes.
Oh man. I
Oh,
remember the one game I remember renting the most. I don't remember why.
I forgot
recall
about renting
this, but
video games.
that's nuts. Because when you'd walk in the N64 section was in the back, in the left corner in the back. I remember that.
You could probably walk that floor right now.
Oh, absolutely. Oh man, thinking about walking a Blockbuster, finding a DVD, finding a movie, fucking nuts.
It is the
And
best,
then
dude.
Blockbuster videos, they were like new releases were like $8 for 2 days,
Yeah. Wow.
$10 for 2 days. Going there now, I could easily spend 40, $50 renting the same quantity of stuff that I might rent, that I might watch in a normal weekend watching Netflix.
Yeah. No, for sure.
It's insane.
Yeah.
So fucking
R.I.P.
expensive.
Blockbuster.
Oh
But
man.
damn, yeah, that's
good.
right up there. I mean, waking up on a Saturday morning just watching cartoons. Remember
Yep.
that was the shit. Just
Yep.
That's all you wanted to do is wake up at like 8 a.m. and just fucking
Go
watch
downstairs.
Rocco's Modern Life,
Oh, Rocco's
and then
Modern
roll
Life was
right into
great.
like Cat Dog. Like that
Oh,
shit was
man.
awesome.
Fucking loved Cat
Like
Dog.
didn't need
Did you-
coffee or anything. Just
No,
woke up
nope.
like give me an apple juice, mom. I'm gonna watch cartoons for the next 36 hours.
Yep. If you were lucky, maybe got some pancakes that morning.
Oh,
But
a
maybe
French
you just got some
toast or
cereal.
something.
Oh,
Yeah, some nice
so
cinnamon
good.
toast crunch. Oh
Yep.
God.
I remember too. We had this couch in our basement. It was a 3-person just regular whatever couch. It was. Remembering it now, I don't think it was very comfortable, but whatever. It was our
Didn't
couch,
matter.
but it was a pull-out couch, so it would pull out into a bed, and every now
Mhm.
and again, my parents would like let us like sleep down there. So it'd be like me and my older sisters, or me and Karen, or me and Colleen, or Karen and Colleen, or whatever, and they would sleep down there. So they'd like stay up and like watch a movie, usually later,
Yep.
and the younger kids would have to go to bed, be super envious or super jealous that
Yeah.
like, oh, Karen and Colleen get to watch this
Dude,
movie.
bedtimes were
Yep.
the
And then we
worst.
get up, and in the morning we'd like all sit on the bed and like watch our fucking wood box TV.
Yep, the tube.
Yep. And usually if that happened, if it was a Friday or Saturday night and someone slept down there, we were probably getting pancakes the next morning, or we were probably getting something, something good.
Nothing better. What was your were you guys a Aunt Jemima family? Or I guess were you like a Butterworth family? Do you remember?
I honestly don't recall.
I think we were an Aunt Jemima family.
Yeah. I've never been huge into syrup. I don't really like soggy food. Not okay, soggy is a bad way to put it.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
prefer like, I don't want to say I prefer dry pancakes.
Do you put syrup on it?
I'll usually put it on the side and then
Yeah,
dip
okay.
it.
You're a dip person. You're a dip.
Yeah, I'm a
There's
dip
nothing wrong
person.
with being a dip
And I
person.
can put it on top.
I
Actually,
respect the dip game.
yeah. And actually, too, Craig's mom used to make some delicious, gigantic pancakes, and we would have sleepovers there sometimes. And we used to get like 2 fucking plate-sized pancakes,
Ooh, yeah.
and we would at that. I was just ready to just fucking destroy them. But we would like douse them in syrup and
Yep.
butter and cut them up. So we'd do all the work beforehand and then just fucking scarf it down.
Yep. This maybe give me some heat on the old interweb, but do you prefer? Cause I know like the as technology developed, you can microwave
Mm.
your syrup in the actual bottle, and they would tell you when it's like to the proper like to the to like to like warm syrup. Were you a warm syrup person, or like were you like out of the out of the fridge like right on your pancakes?
Take it out of the fridge. I've never warmed up my syrup before.
See, I think a lot of people like warm syrup. I was gonna say I was always a
Huh.
cold syrup person, right out of the
Yeah,
fridge.
hot pancakes, cold syrup.
Yeah, I like the. I was gonna say I like the alternating hot and cold of the hot pancake cold syrup. But I know a lot of people like to like pour like drizzle their syrup onto their pancakes, which requires a hot syrup. I'm not a hot syrup guy. I'm
Huh.
a cold syrup hot pancake guy all day.
I don't think until this moment, I don't think I knew that people heated up their syrup.
Like if you go to a diner, it's oftentimes like warm syrup. That's why it pours
Really?
so well.
Huh.
Yeah,
Okay. Interesting. I guess like yeah, if I'm at a diner and I don't I guess I don't order pancakes really when I go to diners.
yeah. I don't
I
really
mean,
either,
sometimes
but
I might, but actually when I would go to Epples, which is this restaurant on Roosevelt in Chicago, I used to fucking love Epples. And I loved it so much because the food was good. It was like I don't know, 100 years old, or I don't know, old restaurant. But you could get instead of getting toast, you could get a mini waffle on the side.
ooh,
I
fuck
fucking
yeah.
love waffles, so I'd always get a mini waffle. And I would get syrup there too. But I guess when I go to diners, I never drizzled it. Like I'd always just pour a little on my plate,
Well,
so
I
I
mean,
never
yeah,
really noticed if it was
a
or
lot of them are room
wasn't.
temperature too. Obviously, in the little like I mean, what do you even call that little like syrup container?
Yeah, it's a little serving, like a
Yeah,
little serving dish thingy. It looks like a little teapot. It's like a little mini teapot looking thing.
little teapot kind of thing.
Yeah,
But that's like room temperature. But some people like warm, like heated up. But anyways,
can't say I've
I'm a
ever seen
cold
that
syrup
before.
guy.
Yeah,
But
I'm a
yeah,
cold
those
syrup
are
guy
like some
too.
of my favorite things, like morning cartoons, like going to
Oh,
Blockbuster.
so good.
Like I was a big chicken nugget guy in like elementary school. Like having chicken nugget day, I fucking loved. I used to like
Yep.
double or triple up on the chicken nuggets at school.
Oh
Like
wow,
some of
delicious.
those things like
What were
recess. Fucking
what were
recess
some?
rocked.
Oh, recess was fucking awesome. Oh, you were a kid. You were 10 years old. You go run around. Didn't stink
Dude,
because
hitting
you're
like a
10.
home run at recess or like
Oh,
scoring a goal
so
in like
good.
the soccer
It's
field,
like
you're walking back in thinking you're fucking hot shit, baby.
yep. That's like there I think it's a TikTok, or it might just be something else. I personally don't have a TikTok. It's one of the one I'll die on this hill. I'll probably never get it just because I haven't had it.
It's
But
incredible.
if yeah, I know why it's addicting. But if Hillary or you or someone else sends me them, then I'll watch it, obviously. And there's one where there's this guy and he is uh, drinking water out of the sink, and he goes, I think the caption is like me in fifth grade after scoring 18 touchdowns, receiving 284 yards, 15 sacks, and whatever else.
Yeah, and there's always that one kid behind you just going like 1, 2, 3, 4, save some for me. Like you're done. Like
Yep,
counting behind you, 1, 2, 3, save some for me. And it's like, God,
yep.
I'm
It's
fucking
class, just like
thirsty. I just scored like 9 hat tricks in recess. I'm fucking
I know
parched, bro. Like give me more than
exactly.
2 seconds to guzzle down this water fountain water that's literally drizzling out. Like I have to like keep my lips on the fucking spigot to get
Yep.
a drip of
But
water in my mouth. Like hold on. Like I'm
I know,
fucking thirsty.
I know. But those are the rules.
Yeah.
You
How
got
did it
one,
go
two,
with one,
three.
two, three, four, five? Like say I feel like something ran with
Um,
me.
I think it's 1, 2, 3. Save some for me.
Okay,
But
so what
you
it
were
was
probably
one, two,
supposed to
three, say
count
something for
like
me. Yeah,
1, 2, or what? I don't know.
yeah,
I also used to love no cuts, no butts, no coconuts.
yeah. No cuts.
That was
Yeah,
great.
Michael, can I cut you for
Um,
some? Can I cut you in the drinking fountain line? No cuts, no bust, no
it's no
coke.
coconuts. Or you can do like a back cut. You let someone cut
Yeah, you can
behind
cut
you,
behind
which
me.
just means you can cut in front of the person behind me.
Yeah, exactly. It's so
Such
stupid.
bullshit.
Such
So stupid.
bullshit.
Oh, it's that was so stupid. When you
Oh
got the raw end
man.
of that deal, it's like, hey, you cut me. It's like, no, I just cut behind them. It's like, God,
Yeah,
fuck,
so
you're right.
stupid.
You did, jackass.
Oh man, a lot of that stuff though is like,
Oh, so
oh,
good.
or a Scholastic book fair. I mean, that shit was
Oh,
awesome.
book
Circling the
fair.
books and like going to the book fair and like, I mean, like I got my mom gave me $10. Like, let's
Yep.
go, baby.
Let's go. Gonna buy some books that I'm probably never gonna read.
Yeah,
But going to the book fair and seeing just the entire gymnasium, tables laid out, all of our lunch tables like
awesome,
along the edge, and some things in the middle.
awesome.
Oh, how about the fun fair? The
Fun fair.
Western Avenue.
I want
Oh
to say for a
man.
second, I was a huge Guinness Book World Records book guy at this Scholastic Book Fair. Every single year, like, I got to get the new fucking Guinness Book World Records. Let's see what world records were changed
What
this
else?
year.
What else
Is
has
the guy with the
changed?
longest fingernails still got the record? Does the guy with the fucking most tattoos still have the record? Does the guy with like the hairiest back still have the record? Like I had to know those things.
You had to, but now you have the internet. Now you don't need the
Now I
book,
have the internet, baby.
so you can just Google that at night.
I don't have to use Ask Jeeves anymore,
Nope. But let's get back to the fucking fun fair.
dude. Fun fair was
The fun fair
awesome.
was electric. It was
Remember the
so it was so
cakewalk?
great. Of course, I remember the
Cakewalk
cakewalk.
was the fucking goat game at the fucking fun fair.
Yep. Did you
For those
ever
who
want
don't
to
know what the
fish?
fun fair was,
Oh, go
we
ahead. Yeah,
explain
go
it.
ahead.
Maybe everyone had one. I don't know, but ours was like basically our school circus, not school circus, but like a school carnival. Is
Yep.
that an accurate
Carnival would be good.
description?
Yeah.
A bunch of carnival games in each like different classroom, and the cakewalk was the best. You had like 12. You had like 12 squares that everyone would line up and get on a square, and then they would play basically like not uh what do you call it, that chair game?
It's like musical chairs, but
Musical
not.
chairs, but it's like it's not really that. You just walk around and you pick a number. You just like you stop on a number, and then they pick like a number out of a hat, and the corresponding number was like, oh, number 12 wins, this round of cakes, and you get to pick another number that corresponded to a cake on a table. So like you got cake number 72, and you walked over like, please don't be a piece of shit coconut cake. Please don't be a piece of shit coconut cake. And you walk over and it's like, here's a Portillo's chocolate cake, and you're like,
Oh,
I'm fucking loaded, baby. Like life has never been better. Like
it
I
is
am
the
so fired up. I am so stoked. Like let's fucking go. So
that's the
you could win
equivalent of.
cakes. You can win goldfish at that thing. You win
Yep.
tickets. My brother won direct TV at that thing.
Yep.
Like and
Didn't your brother
TiVo.
also
Oh
win
my.
something on a cruise ship?
He won like $500 on bingo on a cruise ship.
Oh my
It's the
god!
it's the
When he was
luckiest
like
kid you ever
10
seen.
years old.
He was literally like in third grade. Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
nuts.
Like it was the best. It was the
It's,
fucking
it's
best.
so good. Oh
Oh,
yeah, and we've talked about this before too. Uh, learning what little league baseball team you're going to be on, what team you
oh,
were going to represent, who your
that was
coach
always
was,
so stressful.
who was going to be on your team. Yep. Same thing with I don't think they wouldn't do this anymore, but in elementary school when you found out who your teacher was, they
Yeah.
would just post the classes on a window. And then you would just go drive there and find out who your teacher was. That
Right.
was their communication system.
You literally drive to the gymnasium wall.
Yep,
And you
it
would
was
look
right,
through the
right outside the
windows
third grade, right
to see
outside the
where your
third grade
name was.
wing.
Yeah, look and see where your name was. I'm like, oh, I'm on, so and so's roster. I'm in their class.
Yep. Oh, and I have these friends in my class,
And
and I don't know any of them.
driving there was so stressful. Being
Yep.
like, am I gonna have a shit class? Am I gonna have a shit class? Are all my friends gonna be in this fucking class? Like, how's it gonna go? And then you
Yep.
finally see it, and it was either the biggest like sigh of relief, being like, let's go. I'm gonna go home and call my friends like on their house phones and tell them all about it. Or is it me like this is gonna be a long school year?
Yep. It's gonna be fucking brutal. Do you
Oh
remember
man,
too? We
good
had to wait.
times.
Yep. We had to wait. In sixth, seventh, and eighth grade, we would get our team and schedule
Yeah,
mailed to us, sent to us in the mail, snail mail. I remember early August time every single year, I'd be fucking literally sometimes sitting in my living room waiting for the mail to arrive for hours,
like,
literally hours,
yeah, just
and
doing
then go
nothing.
check to see if I found out what team I was on.
Yeah, what your
You
class
were,
schedule is gonna be, so you call your friends.
yep,
That shit
and
was
then
the
you'd go on
best.
AIM and you
Oh
change
yeah,
your.
what even
Yep,
talk? This could be
you-
this could be an entire. This could be
I
like
know.
a 4-hour
This
podcast.
is the whole podcast.
Hey,
But you go on AIM, you'd set your status, your away message, and be like, 6 blue, let's go.
dude,
Or like 7 white, yeah.
AIM was one of the most influential things like my entire life. I feel
So
like that
good.
was every
I
like sixth grader, fifth graders, like first time. Like, I don't have like any ability to talk to like a girl. Like I'm just or a guy or whoever it is. But like you could talk to your crush on AIM because you were like, I have all the time in the world to think about my response. Like you would just like say like, hey, with like 4 Y's, and then
Yep.
like you'd have this conversation that was so dumb, and you'd be like, oh, I'll see you in class tomorrow, and you just would like show up at your locker, and they'd be like right next to you at their locker, and you wouldn't say
Yep.
a word because it's
Nope.
like I can't
But
actually
it
talk
was-
to this person in
it's
real
like-
life, but
it's like we-
online, I'm
it's
the
like we
fucking
lived. Yeah, it's like we lived in literal different worlds
100%.
where you have people that you can chat with on AIM, and you have people that you can chat with in real life, and the people you talk to in real life you can talk to on AIM, but you didn't. You
Yeah.
talk to other people.
I mean,
Fucking crazy.
I have yet to experience. I'm saying this sarcastically, but not really. I've yet to find a better feeling in life than being. You got me okay? Looks like I'm frozen. You got me okay?
Oh,
You're frozen there for a second.
Nope, you're good now. You have
Um,
yet to what?
Yep. I was like, I've yet to find a
Yep, we're
better
good.
feeling than being like 13, 12, 14 in that age group, and logging onto AIM, and then hearing that door open and be like, please be my crush, please be my crush. And then you like look down and you see like Princess 82 with like 4 hearts. I mean, you're like, yes, she's on. Let's spit some mad game, baby. And like
Yep.
that was you hearing that door opening up and like seeing that was like who you wanted to log on. My goodness, was that a great feeling?
It's electric. And
Oh
then
my
the door
God, was that a
opening, the
great
door
feeling?
closing,
Yep.
having like away messages set to
Ka-ching.
like song lyrics that you didn't understand.
Yep. Putting some like Blink 182 lyrics like in like your away message, being like, oh,
big time.
gonna have
Big
to
time.
go eat some
100%.
dinner with my family. Like, be right
Yep.
back. And I
Yep.
have some like awesome like Blink 182 lyric. It was great.
Yep. So do you remember? Oh, it's so fucking wild. Do you remember the first? And I remember this very specifically, and I'll put the person's name out and their screen name. You remember the first screen name that you got, like someone else's screen name that you typed into AIM? And do you
I don't
remember
remember the
your screen
screen
name?
name, but I remember who it was.
Who was it?
It was actually I think it might have been at a fun fair where I got the person's
Really?
screen name. But yeah, it was Brett Shannon.
What was
Brett's a
his
great
screen
guy.
name?
Just had a kid. I
Yeah,
don't
he
know.
did.
I don't
He's a
remember
great
his
guy.
screen name, but I remember him being like, "Yeah, add me. You should get AIM." And then it was like I had like Brett and then like my dad. Like he was at his work AIM, and like that was the two people
That's
online.
fucking wild. Did he have AIM at work, and that's
Yeah.
how they talk to
Yeah.
each other?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I
Like, all
love
right, tell
that.
mom I'm on my way home. Like I'll be there in like 20 minutes or an hour.
That's
You know,
electric.
yeah.
I did not realize that.
Yeah. Those are
Huh.
good times.
That was a good time. Good times.
Fuck.
Mine was JP Landry.
Okay.
He gave me his screen name at CCD.
CCD at St. Peter's.
Yeah, at St. Peter's.
Yeah.
His screen name was Bob Monkey 12.
I mean, what was your
Some
screen
things
name?
just stick with you.
What was your screen name? Do you remember?
I used to love changing my screen name.
Ooh. Okay.
I
was a
don't
one
remember
screen name guy.
You were? What was yours? Shy Cubs.
Sports player 4523.
I love that.
Shout out to Michael Jordan with his 2 numbers.
Yep, I love that. Let's see. I think the one I remember the most was Rocket Fire.
Yeah,
Rocket
I think
Fire
okay.
737.
Okay.
Like a Boeing 737.
So great.
Yeah.
I mean, I think this
had a bunch.
podcast has just peaked talking about AIM. That was the best.
AIM was fucking
Having
legit,
sleepovers
though.
with your buddies and like talking to like girls all night or something like that was so fun. So
was great.
fire. Like knowing like
good.
you're like another like friend group from school, like was having a sleepover, like, oh, we can like talk on AIM to them all night. It's gonna be so fun. And then you'd all like fall asleep at like midnight, be like, oh, we tried.
Yep, we tried hard. I remember
Sugar Rush ended.
Yep. I remember when I got my Moto Razor, I had a month of like internet access for free. So one time I was over at Craig's house and we were like on his AIM, like sitting in his computer room, which by the way, doesn't, maybe I just.
We had computer rooms.
Yeah, we had computer rooms as kids.
Yeah.
I don't have a computer. Now you just have now you just have a phone. Your computer room is wherever you are. But I remember opening up my Moto Razor and loading AIM, taking like 10 minutes for it to load and sending him a message. And then he looked at me, he's like, how'd you do that? I was like, I got it on my phone. And that was the end of it.
Yeah. Or buying computer games, buying getting like backyard baseball from like Christmas or something or birthday. Holy smokes. You play that for hours, days.
Yep. Play it for days. I used to love
the Blue Bombers, baby. The Blue Bombers.
Yep. I was a big backyard football and backyard basketball guy.
Ooh, I was a backyard football and backyard football, backyard baseball man. I love backyard soccer too.
Yep. I never played backyard soccer, but obviously loved baseball too.
So
but I remember on my basketball team I had Kevin Garnett and Lisa Leslie.
Yep.
And then I don't remember who else. I had somebody else and they were not a real character. It wasn't Pablo, but someone else.
Oh,
so
the
good.
best.
And then I think in football they had the groundhog play. We would literally dig into the ground and shoot 40 yards and come back up. Oh man.
Yep.
So electric.
That's so many just so many great times. Anyways, I got down a rabbit hole. To bring this back full circle, I was thinking about like, man, I'm getting old. My back hurts from shoveling. Like my body hurts from bowling. And then I got down a nostalgia rabbit hole of being like, man, the 90s were so great. And now it just sprinkled into our podcast, which I'm not mad about. Anyone who's not born in the 90s is probably going to be like, that was a very boring listen. Or maybe you quit listening a while ago. That's okay too. But I had a great time talking about it. And we're at like an hour now. I feel like we should probably wrap it up. But I had a fucking ball, Michael.
I did too. I love talking about things that we recall and that make us happy from when we were younger.
Yeah.
It's a great time.
Exactly. I'm happy today because I get to run a race. And I'm also happy today because I got to talk about the 90s for a while. Just an all-around great day. 10 out of 10 Tuesday, which this will be a Thursday when it comes out, but 10 out of 10 Tuesday when we recorded this. Great time.
Huge fan, big fan. Gonna go eat some dinner pretty soon.
Yep.
Call it a night.
Sounds good, my man.
Cool.
Should we talk about anything else? Should we wrap it up with that?
I think we should be good.
Cool, man.
Yeah, looking forward to the Super Bowl this weekend.
Yep. Who you got? Let's start off with that. With your prediction, who's gonna win?
Chiefs. They got Chiefs -3. I got Chiefs by 6.
Yeah, I think Chase is gonna win by 10. I think they win by 2 scores.
I think they're gonna win by 3 scores.
Okay,
I say
perfect.
6. I meant 6 scores.
I got Chiefs by at least 10.
I'm looking forward to it. I've
All
got
right,
some
man.
money out there on it, so it should be fun.
Yep. Thanks for listening, everybody. We will catch you next week. Adios.
Bye. Yeah, bro.